Before we react to your guys' UFC Champion Hot Takes Part 2, we want to read a story from one of our viewers, you know?
Oh, well, your voice is cooked.
Yeah, you know what? You take it away.
Regarding your guys' Pereira trauma. All right. It's kind of facts. We did have Pereira trauma. Living in Germany, I stayed up till 4:50 a.m. And even my wife, she's the best. All right, bro. She's not watching this video. You don't have to say that. Got up to watch Pereira fight with me, even though we did not go to church at 9 a.m.
No, we thought we had, even though we had to go to church.
Oh, even though we had to go to church at 9 a.m.
Church is a priority. There's a reason that I'm not here for any of our videos after the pay-per-view.
It's true. So not much sleep, plus a boring fight, plus a stupid outcome. That was probably the worst UFC watching experience since I watched Oliveira lose to Makhachev.
It's basically your best friend.
Yeah.
Is this you?
Yeah. It's so true. I mean, if I had to stay up till 4:50 a.m. and I watched Pereira lose, I'd pick up the Glock from the side of my table and just...
Thank goodness we don't have to stay up until all night.
Even like being like, we're on the West Coast. If we were on the East Coast and it was 3 hours later...
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Card. We're up till 1. You can't do that.
Oh, no, I'd be fine. I'd do it for Pereira. But no, that's something we wanted to highlight because we thought was funny. And if you think you're having a rough time of it when your fighter loses, just think about the European fans, all right?
Yeah.
But today we're looking at viewer hot takes. We did a little bit last week, but we're back because we had so many. And keep sending them in. DM us on Instagram because we'll react to more soon. But let's start off with this one. Bilal would 100% beat Islam if they fought.
100%.
That's wild.
If John Jones fought Steve Erceg, it's not 100%.
Yeah, Steve Erceg, double eye poke, submits him.
Yeah, you never know. Little trip, little ankle lock.
It's just, you like 100% is wild.
Yeah.
I think realistically, I would give Islam the edge in this fight.
Yeah.
Because of the striking and...
Hands of Canelo?
Oh, it's true. Imagine he outboxes JDM.
Dude, Bilal actually is serious, I think, about wanting a Canelo boxing match.
Oh, for sure. He's just delusional. He's straight up delusional.
Just like this commenter right here.
Yeah, I think I would pick Islam in that fight. I think I would be like 60-40 Islam. It's not like a blowout.
Yeah.
But saying like 100% either way.
I think it'd be 70-30 Islam.
Yeah.
So it'd be 100% Bilal.
It's pretty wild. I don't know many people that we've talked to that would say 100% Bilal.
Yeah, that's a tough take.
Tough sell.
All right, we got a few hot takes here. Starting off with Pantoja easily submits Merab within 2 rounds.
Pantoja easily submits Merab. When was the last time we saw Merab get submitted? This dude was in a mounted guillotine and was just pedaling his legs to stay alive.
Yeah.
And somehow he didn't get choked out. I think Pantoja... I think it actually might be the matchup to make at bantamweight because it's a new fight and Pantoja's on a great run and he deserves to be respected more. The fact that he's 9th in the pound for pound rankings is criminal, bro.
And here's the thing with Pantoja is that like we were so high on Pantoja. We're like, oh, Pantoja will beat Merab, bantamweight champion this year. And then Merab just showed out at 311. We're like, sorry, Pantoja. But like, so, I don't know what would happen in this fight because it's the two... They're both the king of the 5th round. Mm-hmm. Pantoja don't lose a 5th round. Mm-hmm. Merab actually lost one to Sean. So,
but other than that, he's been pretty solid. I think this is Pantoja's the size. If Pantoja can wrestle people in his division, but if he tries to wrestle Merab, I don't think he can keep up the cardio.
It's only 10 pounds, and Merab's not like tall. Merab's pretty short.
Merab's stocky though.
Yeah, like Merab's like 5'6".
Yeah, he's got that stocky
like
build.
5'4".
Nah, Pantoja's like 5'6" as well.
No, that dude's little.
Really?
He's a little guy.
All right. Let us know in the comments how tall Pantoja is.
All right, next one. If Bilal defends his title against JDM and then Shavkat, he becomes the 170 division GOAT.
Not even close.
A win over Leon Edwards, JDM, and Shavkat.
One champion.
Yeah.
JDM never been champion. Shavkat never been champion. JDM's best win, Gilbert Warrens. Shavkat's best win is over Ian Gary. Stephen Thompson even. I would say that's maybe a better win. But that's crazy. That's insane. They're both like JDM and Shavkat aren't proven. They're not proven names.
Do you understand? It doesn't make sense because there's no numbers. Like GSP has over 10 championship wins.
Yeah, against the best fighters for...
Yeah, this would be Bilal's third championship win after Shavkat. And then resume, GSP beat Hall of Famers.
Yeah, I guess Bilal does have a crazy history before the belt. Like, he's beaten so many people, but, his best win is probably finishing Sean Brady.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not awful, but it's not enough to become the 170 GOAT.
Yeah. And then finally, if John Jones fought Ngannou, he would tire him out and knock him out in round 4. I think that's actually a pretty good take.
Yeah, for a hot take, I think that's a very good hot take because
it's something that can happen.
Yeah, and I think people would just expect Ngannou to win that fight, just like we would expect Tom Aspinall to win that fight. But it's like you drag these guys who are heavyweights and can't be on sauce anymore into the deep rounds. Man, it gets tough. It's different. It's different when John Jones is, riding you.
Yeah, and in that John Jones Tom Aspinall fight, Jones never been knocked out. So Ngannou against Jones, like, how good is Jones's chin? Like, where we'd really get to be able to tell inside of heavyweight too. So I like the take. I think that it's a pretty 50-50 outcome.
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. They're both getting older now, actually.
Yeah.
But next up, we got Ilya is the most entertaining fighter right now. I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think in terms of everything.
I think in terms of in the very, very top.
Yeah.
I think lower down you have the fighting nerds who are equally as exciting.
Yeah.
But I think at the top level, you don't see a guy like Ilya dismantling the best fighters in the world.
No, that's not how it works. You look at these unranked guys like Ribovic and Zellhuber, Joshua Van.
Yeah.
Like these super exciting up-and-comers.
Mm-hmm. But even they're not KOing people.
Yeah, the way that
Ilya
is just killing people.
He's different. And then from the same person, it should be him versus Islam next. The fight, it would be one of the most entertaining and hype fights in a while. Whoever wins would be huge for both's legacy. I mean, yeah, it's that's the reason why we need this fight, because Gaethje doesn't do anything for Makhachev's legacy, really. Like, it's one of those names where, like, okay, if you stack it on top of enough names, then yes, it becomes a good resume. But Ilya, just saying by itself, I was the first person to beat Ilia Topuria after he KO'd the 2 GOAT featherweights.
Yeah.
That is legacy defining.
Yeah, like that puts Islam definitively
second.
Yeah.
Third or second.
Second or third.
Like, there's a good argument for either one.
Yeah, it's close between him and GSP.
Yeah, no, that's a great take. But I don't think it's necessarily too hot. I think any hardcore fan would agree with it's a better legacy fight.
All right. Islam dominates Topuria. Topuria's only chance is an early KO.
I'll let you talk first.
I think Islam dominates Topuria. I think people would forget earlier on in Topuria's career where it was basically submission wins. Like, he has elite ground game. He just doesn't need to use it. Topuria's best chance is an early round KO, because I think that we've seen Islam go 5 rounds more than we've seen Topuria go 5 rounds, So Topuria's best chance is an early KO. I don't think it's his only chance. He could obviously win a decision or have a late round knockout, but...
Yeah. I think it's true that he has the best chance for an early KO. Like, second round or third round KO.
That's a sweet spot.
It's his sweet spot because he downloads the data. I don't think a round 1 KO is likely, just because Makhachev, if he gets wobbled, boom, shoots a takedown.
Yeah.
I think with Makhachev, similar to Holloway, it's going to be the accumulation of damage. Holloway didn't just get KO'd.
No,
he ate so many overhands that should have KO'd most people.
Yeah, he was. It was, yeah.
Like, if you watch that fight back, you'll realize, like, this guy's chin is still nuts. And I think it would be the same with Islam. Like, Topuria would have to give the damage for at least 2 rounds, and then he would find that shot. I think Islam would probably start laying on Topuria in the 4th and 5th round if he senses that it's a close fight, which, that's how you win a fight. It is what it is, right? Obviously, he's still looking for that finish, because Islam is one of those guys who just always looks for a finish. But I think it's true that Topuria's best chance is in the 2nd and 3rd round, But then also you look at the Josh Emmett fight where he's still 10-8ing the guy in the last round. So he has crazy boxing cardio. Yeah. But it's like, how's the wrestling cardio?
Yeah, how's the cardio going to be against Islam Makhachev?
Exactly.
It's a different story. We got Gene Silva will be in a title fight within his next 5 fights.
Bro, the next 3 fights, I would say.
Yeah, it's the win over Bryce Mitchell. And then I think, honestly, it could be as little as one more.
It depends. Yeah, it depends how the timing of everything goes. But if he gets like, Bryce Mitchell win, ranked 13. Randomly, they move him up.
Give him Josh Emmett.
Well, they move him up 2 spots, ranked 11. If who's up there? Arnold Allen comeback fight? Like, and then he's
I
like
think they want
5th?
something bigger than Arnold Allen, like because Taporia got his title chance off of Josh Emmett.
Yeah.
Gene Silver's Josh Emmett.
But Josh, yeah, that's a crazy fight. But Josh Emmett's also slid down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let him.
Maybe Yair gets the win over Pitbull.
Yeah, that's a banger. Yair Rodriguez versus
Ortega.
That'd be sick.
Something like that. I wouldn't mind Ortega just so you can kind of get a better sense of the jiu-jitsu, but that Ortega's also going to keep it on the feet too.
That'd be a good fight.
And then lastly, this is one that I love. Valentina Shevchenko or Zhang Weili would beat CM Punk within a round. CM Punk was a welterweight 170, but lost to Mickey Gall.
I think if we're talking at both of them at the same time, for sure. Valentina and Zhang at the same time, they're submitting CM Punk easily.
Yeah.
But one of them, I just don't. It's a guy. It's just different. It's just different.
Yeah.
They're just way bigger and way stronger. If it was like a flyweight guy, then yeah, I would say Zhang Weili might be able to beat him.
Yeah. For how long I said that Zhang Weili would beat Pantoja. So
yeah, but CM Punk is just too big.
Check out this next one.
Michael Chandler is the GOAT.
What do you have to say to this person?
Oh, it's Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I recognize the profile picture at the last second. No, that's crazy, bro. Also not a champion. Okay, next one. Pantoja is the only champ out there who has the right to go up a division.
Well, I mean, technically everyone has the right to go up a division now that we have the you have to vacate it.
Yeah, and Dana White said that wasn't true though.
Okay, but I think if we look at it, let's go through the divisions. Pantoja, does he deserve to go up?
For sure.
Yeah. Merab, I mean, theoretically, Merab.
One more win, sure.
Merab has cleared it, but I would say right now it just feels like he should stay in bantamweight.
Yeah, and also there's just not much hype.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Ilya is the champion of featherweight.
He already did go up.
He already went up. Islam.
Yes, for sure. Hell no.
Bilal.
Hell
no. Dricus. No.
Not yet.
He shows the Hamzat
There's
fight.
so many big fights
Yeah.
for Dricus. He can't move up.
Yeah, there's Imavov, Barajo. Like, Dricus, you're never leaving that division.
Yeah.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
Big Ank.
No.
Tom. John Jones.
Move up to super heavyweight.
Yeah, Chris Barnett.
Chris Barnett. Wait. Yeah. I guess it proves that most of the fighters right now can move up divisions because they've cleared out. But I think Pantoja, the way that he's done all of these flyweights, consistently beaten them, and showed that he is by far the most skilled flyweight, I'd say him and Makhachev are the most deserving right now.
I would honestly say that Pantoja is probably more deserving just because there's still guys inside of lightweight that Islam hasn't fought.
Yeah, Arman.
You feel like Islam's cleared the division, but there's still guys. Gaethje hasn't fought. Arman he hasn't fought. Ilya he hasn't fought.
Paddy Pimblett.
Holloway he hasn't fought. There's 4 guys inside of the top 5 that he hasn't fought yet.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Ilya's not in there yet, but
that's true.
There's still guys.
That's very true.
Where we look at Pantoja, he's beaten all of them.
Twice.
Yeah.
Or 3 times. So it's getting crazy right now. Yeah. And then similar to the last one, but Pantoja is 1 win away from overtaking DJ as the best flyweight GOAT. DJ's resume sucks, and Ilya versus Islam is not close at all. Islam's wrestling and defensive work will allow him to out strength and out dodge all of Ilya's strikes. By the way, love the vids.
That stuff is not true.
What do you think? The first one, Pantoja's 1 win away.
I don't know about how many wins. I think there's a lot of merit to DJ's resume sucking because
his best win is John Dodson.
Yeah, and
Joseph Benavidez.
Yeah, it's tough. I realistically think by the time Pantoja retires,
he could be.
Yeah, but it's interesting because you don't think about Pantoja in like the top, like if you're looking at GOATs of all time, he gets hit with the flyweight tax so hard. DJ doesn't get hit with that.
Yeah.
Pantoja though, like I don't even think he's in the Tapology top 50.
That's wild. I think,
and he's 1 win away from overtaking DJ as the featherweight GOAT, but Tapology don't got him in the top 50.
It's weird. Pantoja is gonna be one of those guys where you're gonna look back, and you're gonna think in 5 years, we should have appreciated him more.
Yeah, like the fact that he's beaten like the top contenders 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. It's no one else has done that. I mean, DJ was doing it.
Yeah.
Right?
But they were bums.
But they were bums. And I think Moreno and Royval are pretty much better wins than anything DJ had.
Well, and Moreno's...
Other than Cejudo.
Moreno's a top 5 featherweight of all time, I'd say.
Flyweight, yeah.
I always mix them up, man.
And then he's had wins over...
Royval,
which is huge.
Mm-hmm. And wins over Manel Kopp. Wins over Kai Kara France.
And those are all going to age really, really well.
Yeah, when he beats him again.
Yeah, it's true, probably. It's true. Maybe 2 more.
Yeah, but then it's like how do you know?
Yeah, how do you justify the guy who's still 8th on the pound for pound list?
Yeah.
Being the flyweight goat.
And then it's like if Pantoja's the flyweight goat, is he top 3 all time in UFC?
Yeah, because DJ is definitely top 5 at least.
Yeah.
But no one talks about Pantoja as top 15.
No.
That's a weird one.
That's a really... We got to make a video about this.
Yeah. And then the next one, Ilya versus Islam is not close at all.
No, we've already talked about this.
But let's talk about this one. Islam's wrestling and defensive work will allow him to outstrength and dodge Ilya's strikes.
Did we watch Islam box against Dustin Poirier? He got hit in the head a lot.
Yeah, he got hit in the head and also couldn't out wrestle Poirier. Okay, that's the wrong way to say it. He out wrestled Poirier. I wouldn't say he out muscled him very much.
So who knows about the strength, because Ilya's moving up a weight class. We don't know how he's gonna fare.
Yeah,
you know,
it's an unknown right now.
Yeah,
but I don't think anyone can dodge Ilya's strikes.
Yeah,
he sets them up so well. I've watched some breakdowns because I'm not a striking coach or anything, but I have watched breakdowns of striking from his striking coach, and it's crazy the levels, bro. Like, you watch it on TV and it happens so fast, and then when you slow it down and you see him pawing away the lead hand and then throwing that overhand, and the way that he's conditioned people to think that he's throwing certain punches and then mixes it up, like, I could never. I just can't even imagine. So I don't think he might be able to out wrestle and out muscle Ilya, but there's no way he's dodging all of Ilya's punches.
Yeah, I mean, and the last hot take is just crazy. We're out of hot takes, which means you guys got to send us more. So go and put them down in the comments below. Go send them to us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you can find Dobson's Corner. Subtle plug. But while you guys are down there in the comments, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Appreciate all this love and support, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.